Hello, everyone, and welcome to Limitless Gaming Esports coverage of Limitless Formula Racing, the Monday Limitless 1 edition. It sounds a bit weird to say that because I'm usually a driver in Monday Limitless 1, but unfortunately, we had a bit of a commentator availability issue, so I will be doing the commentary for the race today. I would like to thank everyone who is joining in. What the heck? Sorry, just 1 second. I just want to make sure this lobby is going to start properly. I don't know why. There we go. Jeez. All right. So, yep, our race will be taking place here at Australia. I would like to thank everyone who is tuning into this coverage of Limitless Formula Racing. And at this time, I would like to introduce my co-commentator for the race today. That would be Liam Esk. How are you doing, sir? Liam Esk, are you there? So I'm not exactly sure what it is that happened to Liam, but we will look to see who is about to go on track. I see an Aston Martin is leading the way out of the pits, and it is Apex Finley. So it looks like he is sporting a new helmet for today. And so we'll just see as James is now leading all of these runners who are coming out of the pits to start their first quali lap. And there is Liam. Liam, can you hear me, sir? How are you doing? Oh. It's your second day on the job, so it's alright, it's alright. Oh man. So we are just waiting for the first car to get to the start finish line, and it looks like it is going to be James of the Alfa Romeo team. Liam, and he's going back into the pits. Yeah, maybe. So now I'm riding on board with Apex Finley, and he will be the first out on a flying lap, so we'll see what it is that he can do. Oh, right. He has a quali ban. Yeah, he has a quali ban for the race. We have yellow flags in sector 3. I think it's just a car that's slowing down. So we're on board with Apex Finley. Set a purple sector 1, although I believe someone behind him has now gone a bit faster through sector 1. So we'll see what it is that the Aston Martin driver can do. Going through this relatively fast, quick S section did not invalidate, so pretty good job so far for the Aston Martin driver of Apex Finley. Coming into the final turn, it's powered down, and Darth Vader has retired, and he's crashed out at that S section as Apex Finley sets a 123.784, and then, ooh, Azure goes a second faster, and then Crossfire strikes, sets a 121.497, and his teammate Lucas A. Germany with a 121.868. So we'll see who is coming to the line now. It is, yep, and Sinos, as I was just on board with him as he got to the start finish, sets a 121.459 to go provisional pole. There is an AlphaTauri that is coming to the line. That's Civi, but he has invalidated. So Amaguner is the next that will be coming to the start finish. He is on an outlap. King David is actually, following. Yeah, and he's just following Vadran. So Vadran is on the medium compound tires right now, and it's powered down. So Vadran jumps to 5th place with a 122.639 on the medium compound tires. I'm assuming King David must have invalidated, but it seems like he's on a push lap right now. So we'll see if there is anyone that is coming to the finish. Trunders is into the pits, Apex is into the pits, so Azure is going into the pits as well. There's Haas. Yep, so we're on board with Civi Rob, and it does seem like he is on a push lap. Yes, he is. He is not diving into the pits. So as he goes through this final turn, yep. So we'll see what position he is in, and jumps to 6th with a 122.645, even with that slight error going through the final turn. So not too bad for the AlphaTauri driver of Civi Rob. Now on board with Amaguner. He is next, coming up to the start finish. So Amaguner jumps to 4th with a 122.292, and King David just pits him by a 1/10.5 with a 122.146. So there aren't really many cars that are on the circuit right now. Yep. So it's actually Monster Blue that is coming up to the start finish, and he is about to start his oh yes. So we'll see what the reserve driver for the AlphaTauri team can do. We have yellow flags in sector 2. I think it's just a Ferrari that's slowing down. Yep, and it's purple. Sector 1 for Monster Blue on the medium compound tires. So this, as long as no mistakes are made, this is going to be a flyer. Yep, not as much grip on these tires. Not a purple sector 2 for Monster Blue, but still going relatively well. Yep, so just going into this right-hander, and then this tight hairpin turn, and then going into this final turn. And then it will be powered down, and this looks like it is going to be a pretty decent time. 10th place for Monster Blue with a 123.419 on the medium compound tire. Let's see if anyone is. So Waitsy is currently on a lap. He has set a purple sector 1, but has backed out. So Sad Pancake is just about to start a lap. Apex Finley, currently just at the beginning of Sector 2, has set a purple Sector 1, so Well, it's a bit of an oversteer moment for the Aston Martin driver, but able to keep it out of the wall. So we have yellow flags in Sector 3. It's the Mercedes. Yep. So Balache, yeah, Balache is actually currently on a lap right now. So we'll ride on board with him and see what he does. Yep. So it's power down for the McLaren driver of Balache Ayub Jr. And we will see what time jumps to 9th with a 1:22.720. Apex Finley jumps to 4th with a 1:21.958. There is an Alpine that is just about to start a lap. Crossfire Strikes is looking for that pole position. And he has got it. Provisional pole for Crossfire Strikes, a 1:28.92 for the Haas driver. Well done by him. 6/10 almost clear of Stinos in second. Sad Pancake just... Who was that? Oh, okay. We'll see who out of these. Lucas A. Germany, who's currently... And he is out. So that's unfortunate for the McLaren driver. Lucas A. Germany looks like he is on an in-lap. Emma Gunnar, I believe, is on an out-lap, currently in 6th place. And nope, diving into the pits is the Ferrari driver of Emma Gunnar. Stinos is actually on a flying lap right now, so we will ride on board with him. As there's power down going through this final turn. We will see what it is that the Alpine driver can do. Can he take pole off of Crossfire? No, but cuts almost 3/10 out of his best time. Still remains in 2nd place. Apex Finley into the pits. The Sad Pancake, I believe, is on another push lap. Yes, he is. Not going into the pits, so... Yeah, so it's not going to be an improvement. Right on board with Badran. And this looks like it's going to be a good time by the Red Bull driver. So we'll ride on board with him. What is it going to be for Badran? P3 with a 1:21.471. Well done by him. Sibirov coming to the line, jumps 1 place with a 1:22.429 to go into 9th. King David is on a slow lap. Yep. So we'll see as we have, as it just shows that there's yellow flags in Sector 1 and 3. We have just over 5 minutes left of this qualifying session. Liam, who do you believe is going to take pole? Do you think it's a Crossfire is going to remain? Okay. Sad Pancake going into the pits. I'm not sure. Sibby may be on another push lap, so we'll ride on board with him, see if he dives into the pits, and yes, he does. So Badran has invalidated his lap. Monster Blue is just slowing down to let Amaguner through. Is Amaguner on a... No, it's on an outlap. Going pretty fast for being on an outlap, but... So we'll ride on board with Amaguner as we have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left of this qualifying session. Really? Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah, it says currently 349 for me, so we'll see when the checkered flag comes out. So, riding on board with Amaguner, he is 3/10 faster so far on his best lap. So it's looking like he may potentially take that 5th place position away from Apex Finley, albeit as long as no errors are made, which it seems like he's going pretty well at this moment. Yep, so it's 4th place for Amaguner, but we'll jump to Monster Blue as City Rob gets up. Well, he did improve, but he stayed 11th, right? Oh, okay. So really wants to start on that alt strategy, does Monster Blue. Currently on board with Wait C, who has jumped to 9th with a 122.386, and he is a reserve driver for the Mercedes AMG team today. So Monster Blue has backed out. Is anyone on a push lap? Yep, so that's unfortunate for, well, provisional pole as it is right now. But we will see if anyone will be able to take that pole position away from the Haas driver of Crossfire Strikes. I'm currently on board with Azir. I'll just pay attention to the timing boards to see if anybody is finishing a lap, but I think all of those drivers behind Azir right now are on out laps, so we're just starting a push lap. Mad. Yeah. So has a checkered flag come out for you? Yeah, still. Okay. So I'm currently on board with Azure, still on the medium compound tires, but it's going to be an improvement for the McLaren driver? No, it's not. So he stays in 11th, now on board with Stinos, doing an outlap. So there's people still doing outlaps. I think your time... Yeah. So the Sad Pancake just improved by almost 3/10, but stays in 7th place. Now on board with Lucas A. Germany, and this looks like it's going to be a decent time. Jumps to 3rd with a 121.389. So we'll see. Is anyone... Yeah, so I think Stinos is still on a push lap. Let's see if the Alpine driver of Stinos is... Yep, going faster. Purple sector 2, almost 3/10 up. So this is going to be close. Will Stinos be able to take this pole position off of Crossfire Strikes? And it looks like it's going to be close. Yep. Yep, so it's power down for the Alpine driver. What is it going to be? Pole position 127.42. Apex Finley just behind, jumps one position with a 121.748. Trunders stays in 14th. Sad Pancake, yep, but does not improve, yep, on his position. So this looks like it's going to be the starting grid. It is Stinos with a last lap effort, takes almost 4.5 tenths out of his best time and finishes with a 127.42 to claim that pole position off of Crossfire Strikes. Okay, wait 1 second. My mic's audio. Oh, I think crap. I don't know. Yeah, because I usually have I think, because there's a PlayStation update that happened recently, and it's like changed up all of the interface of this whole thing. So it switched off the option where it has the person that's in your party, where you can hear them. Because yeah, usually I just literally go through the same motions for every race, but because of the update. But we'll go through the starting order. Here it is: Stinos, Crossfire, Lucas A, Germany, Badran, Apex, Amaguner, Sad Pancake, King David, White Sea, Civirov, Azir, Monster Blue, Valache, Trunders, Darth Vader, and James. That is your starting grid positions for this race. Yeah, sorry about that, man. And thank you to Apex for... Yeah, thank you, sir. So... yeah, it's just going to be silence and then just me bursting out in laughter. Oh, man. So we're just waiting for the cars to get onto the grid for the formation lap. So let us see. Yeah. So looking at, actually, so the starting tire compounds, Azir actually qualified in the top 10 in 10th and actually on the medium compound tires. So he is the only one out of the top 10 who is starting on the mediums. You have Monster Blue in 11th, starting on the softs, and then, yep, starting on the hards. And he crashed out in quali, didn't he? Yep. Yep, so looking for a long stint after not doing too well in that qualifying session. And then you have Trunders and Darth Vader on the mediums, Civirov on the softs. So he's going to be looking to be quite quick in the opening few laps of this race. And then James, who served a quali ban for this race, starting P16 and starting on the medium compound tires. Let us see. Go to position change. We have the predicted. Yeah, I think it was Badran. Yeah, we'll see. It depends on the start that Lucas A. Germany gets. As they're both on the soft compound tires, so equal in that respect, but we'll see what it is that happens. We're just waiting for James to line up as the last driver on the grid. Yep. Yep, so it's 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights. And away we go for this race at the Australian Grand Prix. Yep, already up a position on his teammate, and Crossfire actually coming back, and Lucas A. Germany actually goes slightly wide. And now, as we have yellow flags in Sector 1, not sure who that was, but Apex side by side with Badran, and they're getting quite close together, but Apex does have the inside line. Badran is pushed wide, and Amaguner and King David able to make up positions on Badran. So Badran has already dropped 3 positions as we have yellow flags in Sector 1. Yep, that's unfortunate. So it's a good start for Darth Vader and Sivirov have made up 5 places already in a sector and a half. Nope, both of them, yeah. Wow. Yep, so I was just on board with Monster Blue. Made an overtake on his teammate for today, as Monster Blue is a reserve for the AlphaTauri team today. So it is Stinos first to the line, sets the fastest lap with a 129.969. As the Sad Pancake is actually into the pits. And is it a new... Ooh, and Monster Blue with a good exit out of turn 2. Side by side between him and Darth of Vader. And Darth of Vader is slightly struggling. Yep, and so I'm on board with Civi Rob. Also made a move on Darth of Vader. Darth of Vader is struggling. And now, yep, Trunders is looking to make a move. Will he be later on the brakes? Nope, and I don't know. Does Darth Vader have damage? Yes. Valache and Azure is not too far behind, so I'm not sure if there's a bit of an issue with the Alpine driver of Darth of Vader. That would be quite unfortunate in the early stages of this race. So Stinos up ahead with a almost 1.5 second lead, sets the fastest lap with a 1:24.577. We do also have to note that Darth Vader is on the medium tires, but so is Azure. And Azure side by side between the McLaren and Alpine driver, and still slightly side by side, but Azure does make that move on the Alpine driver of Darth Vader. Falling down the order. Yep, so I will actually, let's see, Monster Blue looks like, but a bit of an oversteer moment for Monster Blue, which has cost him a couple tenths. So I'll ride on board with King David as he's getting close to Amaguner, and it is DRS wide open for the reserve. And we have yellow flags. It's Waitsy is out. Now, will we have a VSC? It will most likely not be a safety car because there are not many cars going through that part of the track right now. So it looks like we're going to continue racing. And yep. So Vedran is actually into the pits. I don't know. Is he getting a new wing? It is. And we have yellow flag sector. Sibby's out. So that is... No, I don't think so. But I'm currently on... Oh, as Lucas A. Germany has actually made his way past Crossfire Strikes. I'm busy looking at this battle between Apex, Amaguner, and King David. And King David, oh, very good exit for the reserve Red Bull driver. It is side by side between both of these individuals, and it looks like King David... Will he come out on top? Yes, Amaguner does yield ever so slightly, and that is King David up into 5th place. Yep. So I'm currently on board with Darth Vader, currently in 12th position. It was DRS wide open for him. Making his way back up to Azir, who passed him, I believe it was either a lap or 2 laps ago. So looks like Darth Vader has found his footing ever so slightly, but now King David and Apex Finley. Ooh, as Apex is having a bit of an issue through turn 2. Oh, and Amaguner! Amaguner takes advantage and has made his way back up into 4th. Wow, well done by the Ferrari driver of Amaguner. No, I did down the left side of, I think it was King David. That was impressive. Oh, and Apex, actually, his red light is flashing at the moment, so he may be a little bit low on ERS as Crossfire Strikes gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. It's DRS wide open for King David. Has a lot of top speed through that last... Yep. And I believe James just made way for Trunders. Trunders has moved his way up into 8th place, and this may be the first point scoring race for Trunders. That would be great for the Alfa Romeo driver. Oh, and this is going to give Veloce a potential invitation as it's DRS wide open, and Veloce on the hard compound tires. Not too shabby so far for the McLaren driver. DRS wide open again, but will not be able to catch James into, I believe that's either turn 3, I think, turn 3 or 4. So I'm currently riding on board with Darth Vader, getting quite close to Azir. We will see if the Alpine driver will be able to reclaim that position off of Azir. There's red light flashing for Apex. We may actually be looking for Apex. As long as he can stay consistent with DRS helping him out, he may be able to get close to and make a move on Amaguner, but we will see. Currently riding on board with James, following behind his teammate of Trunders in the Alfa Romeo. And just behind James is Veloce, who is on the hard compound tires. It's DRS wide open for James. As, ooh, it's going to be tight going into this first turn, and James is around. Is out as well. VSC, yep. So we will see. Did Vedran is pitting. Full safety car now. So Vedran is into the pits. It's going to be another set of medium tires for Dran. How many stops? Oh, it's his second stop already. Right. Yep. So we're right on board with Stinos. As the Sad Pancake has left the session, we'll ride on board with Stinos. What is the decision that I'm assuming all of these soft runners are going to come in? Yep, so Stinos is in, Lucas is in, Crossfire is in, Amagun is in, Apex is in, King David is in, Monster Blue is in. And I just saw Jane Trunders, yep. So looking for that track position. I saw James got a 3-second. So this is going to be interesting. Stinos has just arrived at the back of the safety car. Will Stinos be able to go all the way until the end? Around 20 laps on those medium tires. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be, now it's going to be a game of tire management because, albeit Veloce has not pitted, he now has track position, has moved up into 4th after he started in 12th. Yep, so up 8 positions. If he can take these tires relatively long, he could go, now albeit he does have to do a pit stop, which is, I'm assuming, at the least 22 to 24 seconds. But if he goes onto the softs off of these hard tires, he is going to be fast at the end of this race. Yep, yep. And then sometimes the safety car does dictate both strategies. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I guess we can't exactly write the tale on what is going to take place because practically anything can. And Veloce's in! Yep, going to the back of the field with this pit stop. So I'm assuming. Yep, albeit he will be. Let us see. So tires. Yeah, he's going to have about a lap fresher than everyone else, albeit they're under safety car conditions, so they're not exactly wearing their tires out. But I'm assuming, why didn't he just pit unless he wasn't at a part of the track where it was advantageous? Yeah. Yep. So we are currently under safety car conditions. It is lap 9 of this 29 lap race. Let us go. Oh, sorry, did it say safety car in this lap? Okay. Oh, okay. Because yeah, alright. Yeah, I was just looking at my phone for a sec, so I missed that message, but why Valache and Vadran are swapping positions for some reason? I don't know what is going on. But it is Stinos who is at the front of this cute wow, and Trunder is looking to get a very good jump. He's quite close to the back of Stinos. Yep. Yep, so we're back underway, and Stinos has gotten a very good jump on the top three. Yep, on his teammate, and has made that move on his teammate Lucas A. Germany to move up into third. Vadran has actually moved up. Apex Finley and James are battling right now for that sixth place. Lucas A. Germany and Amaguner battling. Amaguner. So Amaguner was able to make up a place on Lucas A. Germany, albeit Lucas A. Germany is on the hard compound tire, so it may take him a bit of time to get his tires in working order. Currently on board with King David, coming up to the back of James. And it's going to be close between the two drivers. They touch, but luckily no one has spun out. And it is James who stays in seventh. Now on board with Crossfire Strikes. Yep. Coming up to the back of Trunders. And later on the brakes. And Trunders does keep a relatively good line. Oh, and King David and James are battling. And I believe King David made up a position on James to go up into seventh. Good job by the reserve driver. Into the pits for Monster Blue. Now on board. Yeah, see what it is that he does. Amaguner is getting quite close to Trunders. I believe, I'm not sure if Azure. Now on board with Amaguner, making his way past Trunders. Oh wow. Might have been an error. Yep. highly unlikely. So I'm on board with Lucas A. Germany, and he's gotten onto the grass, and unfortunately for him, that means Apex has made his way past him. And Lucas A! Yep. And Apex is actually looking to make a move on Trunders. So Trunders is struggling on those 10-lap-old medium tires, and Apex does make that move stick on Trunders to move up into fourth place. I wonder when it is that Trunders is going to pull the trigger, as DRS has now been enabled. I wonder when Trunders is going to pull the trigger and decide to pit. So I'm currently on board with King David. Yep, I was just on board with Vadran, but now to his reserve teammate. And it is almost side by side between the AlphaTauri and Red Bull driver, and it looks like they're still side by side, but King David's going to have the inside line, makes that move on the Alfa Romeo driver of Trunders to move up into fifth. Yep. So this is unfortunate. Trunders may have not made the correct decision to stay out on these tires. Albeit if there is a safety car sometime soon, as Lucas A. Germany having to back off ever so slightly. Yep. But it's going to be DRS wide open for the Haas driver of Lucas A. Germany, and makes his way around Trunders to go up into sixth. And now Vadran making his way past Azure to go up into ninth. and has dropped another 2 positions as Veloce and Darth Vader have made their way past Azir. But currently on board with James, now coming up to the back of his teammate Trunders. I think Trunders really should let... Oh, they're both actually on the same amount. Yep, and James making his way past his teammate to go into 7th. Currently on board with Veloce, getting close to his team, or to Vedran, and Veloce is around. That is unfortunate for the McLaren driver of Veloce. As Amaguner gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. So let us see. Amaguner and King David have made up 3 positions from the beginning of this race. James has actually made up 9, and Trunders has made up 5. And Trunders. Yep. And I'm just wondering, is that the sign to go into the pits? Nope, so James is going through. Trunders. Yep. Yep. So I'm currently on board with Vedran. Vedran is making his way up to the aforementioned Trunders. It is DRS wide open for the Red Bull driver of Vedran. Will he be able to make his way up past Trunders? Nope, just a bit too far behind. Trunders having some traction issues with those old medium tires. And I'm sure it won't be long before Vedran makes his way past Trunders. So we're currently on lap 14 of this 29-lap race. Trunders is struggling. Vedran did come quite close to the wall there, but Trunders, as Monster Blue gets himself a 3-second time penalty, and Darth Vader gets himself a 3-second time penalty, it's DRS wide open for Vedran. Side by side between the Red Bull and Alfa Romeo driver, and Vedran makes his way past Trunders to go up into 10th, and Darth Vader is not too far behind Trunders. It's holding out hope. It's DRS wide open for Darth of Vader. Also DRS for Trunders as James gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple track limit warnings. It's DRS again. Oh, and Monster Blue is out! This may... Nah, it's at a part of the track where I don't believe there will be a safety car. We will see, but this, as Apex Finley gets himself a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings, I don't believe there will be a safety car, unfortunately, for both James and Trunders. Oh... Never mind. So Monster Blue actually, he retired from the session. So it's not actually a crash out for Monster Blue. Yep. Should be parking it pretty soon, hopefully before the likes of Skinos. Yep, Yep. Oh, and I think... Oh, James is into the wall! And it looks... And Darth Vader has made his way past Trunders to go up into 8th. We were talking about it. They have been, both Alfa Romeo drivers have gone very long on their sets of mediums. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Crossfire's out! And it's a safety car. Trunders has been saved. Crossfire is out of this session, has crashed. What happened? So Apex and King David are into the pits. Lucas A. Germany into the pits. Lucas A. Germany looking for medium tires now. It's softs, actually. Yep. Been very much needed for both Alfa Romeo drivers. So this is interesting. Darth Vader has made his way through up into third. It is softs for all of these. I thought they would go on to mediums, but no, I guess it's 2 laps under the safety car. So, yeah. So they should be good. I know Stenos' driving ability, so I'm not going to question his decision making. Yeah. I mean, he would have come out in third place if he had pitted. He does also have... Yeah, and then he also wouldn't have had any penalties. So, you know what? You may potentially be right. But we'll see what it is that happens. Darth Vader has actually... So him staying out, he's made up 11 positions. Started in 14th, now in 3rd. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's just interesting. Like, if let's say, some of these drivers had seen that Stenos went into the pits, would they have stayed out to get track position? That's another question. Yeah. My guess would be no, but you never know. So we're currently on lap 18 of 29. Sorry, you were going to say something? Yeah, I don't want to. I know, because I've driven, obviously, I'm a driver for Limitless One. I've driven against Sinos. I know how good this dude is. So, I mean, I almost don't want to question this decision that he has made to stay out on the mediums, but I don't know. There's going to be quite a few fast drivers behind him, albeit Darth Vader will maybe hold up some of those soft runners. So that could potentially play into Stenos' hands. Yep. So the safety car is in this lap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. I want to see what type of jump Apex is able to get Darth Vader. Not exactly doing a lot of tire warming at this stage. Hey, and I'm a gooner! What a mistake. So this really plays into the Alpine's team's hand. As we are away, Stinos is already over a second and a half clear. Darth Vader is going defensive. He can play the hold-up game. And I think... Oh, and Lucas A. Germany is into the back of Darth Vader. King David is through. Yeah, I think Lucas A. Germany has damage. I think that is now the issue. Yep, going wide as well. Yep. So now riding on board with King David, about to make a move on, and Trunders is out! You were you... And Lucas A. Germany may have actually made caused Azir to go into the back of him. I think Azir has damage. Yeah, he went into the back of Lucas A. Germany, who has that damage. That is unfortunate for the McLaren driver, and yep, both of them into the pits. Yep, albeit 3-second time penalty for Apex, but with those soft tires. And I'm currently on board with Valache, looking to make a move on Darth Vader, who is on some quite old, hard tires. Yep. So we'll see. There is no DRS enable. Ooh, and Darth Vader having a bit of an issue going through that S section, and using the battery is Valache. Is he going to be able to make a move on Darth Vader? Not into that turn, but now riding on board. Ooh, maybe Valache. Yep, going up the inside of Darth Vader. So DRS is now enabled. I will go down to Lucas A. Germany. Looks like he's going to be able to make a move on Azir. James is actually side by side with Darth Vader. They touch. And Valache is around into the wall. It is all happening in this race. We're currently on lap 21 of 29. Apex is looking to hunt down Stinos. Lucas A. Germany in 9th is quite close to Azir as well. Goes a bit wide. Yes. Yep. Yep, so DRS wide open for the Aston Martin driver of Apex. And, ooh, Stinos. I mean, yeah, very. All right. So it's DRS wide open for Apex Finley, and as you see right behind is King David. He will have DRS as well. Apex Finley looking to go around the outside, makes contact, and they're both pushing each other. King David has now gone into first. And this battle between Apex and Stinos still going on. Now I'm riding on board with Lucas A. Germany, currently in 9th place. DRS wide open for the Haas driver. Azir goes slightly defensive, but will not be able to defend that 8th place position, and it is 8th for the Haas driver of Lucas A. Germany. Yep. Yep. And it looks like Apex might be a little low on the battery. Oh, and we have yellow flags. It's Darth Vader and Vedran. So both Darth Vader and Vedran have spun it. Darth Vader on 14-lap-old hards. Maybe not so surprising, but Vedran also spinning, a little bit more of a surprise for the Red Bull driver. Now on board with Stinos, it is DRS wide open for the Alpine driver. Still a bit low on the battery for Apex, but on these 15-lap-old mediums, Stinos, as Darth Vader is into the pits, Stinos not able to close in on the Aston Martin driver of Apex. That's phenomenal. And he has 6 seconds up. He has 6 seconds of penalties, so he's in outright P4. He's in outright P4 right now. So I'm on board with Sinos, DRS wide open. We have 6 laps remaining after these drivers cross the start-finish line. Stinos on these 15-lap-old hards is doing a quite good job of keeping up with Apex. I'm wondering when and if there's a crossover point between these soft and medium tires, and when Stinos will be able to make his way back closer to Apex and King David. Yeah. Yep, and see, Stinos is already making his way back up to Apex at this point. Yeah. And remember, I did ask the question when these, as Lucas A. Germany sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:23.399. Remember when all of these drivers were pitting under that safety car? I was asking, are they going onto the mediums? So I don't know. These, no. Amaguner stayed out. Yeah. So everybody decided to go on softs. It's going to be will the softs hold up for the rest of these 5 laps remaining? As you see there, King David in first, Apex, and then Stinos. Yep, so DRS wide open for the Alpine driver of Stinos. Right. Yeah, and he has quite a bit of battery left as well, so he's doing a pretty good job on that front. Just has to be careful because we all know these two were battling a couple laps ago, so yeah. So the ambition may have to be a bit more subdued by Stinos in order to at least, he's in second place as it is right now, so no need to do anything too reckless. As Darth Vader sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:23.283. This is, yep. So CRS wide open for Stinos. So 4/10 behind Apex as Vedran gets himself a 3-second time penalty. The ending of this race is literally Stinos cam. We are waiting to see if he is gonna. Oh! Almost had a moment. Yep. So currently on lap 26 of this 29 lap race, on board with Stinos in third, but due to Apex is quite low on the battery though. That is his only issue. King David has some battery. Azure about to make a move into 7th place. A touch between the Haas and McLaren driver. It's DRS for Azure again, and that's going to be outright 7th for the McLaren driver. Well done by him. Ooh, Lucas A. Germany is actually... Ooh, and they touched! Lucas A. Germany goes into the back of Azure. I'm wondering if he got some minor damage there. Now back to this battle for second on the circuit. Ooh, and Apex is around! And that promotes Hamas. I call him Hamas, James, into third. Yeah. That is Hamas, 443 into third place. Unfortunate for Apex, although he is only down in fourth, but Will Valache. And Apex! Into the wall again! What? This is... Yes. And I'm wondering if he has damage. See, yeah, he has damage. He's gonna have to pit. No! It's honestly, it's usually the Limitless 2 races that have, but see, Australia always, things happen in Australia. The Tuesday Limitless 2 race at Australia was also quite hectic as well. So, and Apex, he's gonna try and fight this damage. He should, why didn't he pit? But Vedran's gonna easily catch him without any damage. And Stinos. Yeah, continue. What were you saying? Well, 3. Yeah, he's gonna have to clear Apex by 3. As Darth Vader gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So, yeah, Darth Vader looks like he's gonna be an outright 9th place, as long, depending on what it is that happens. But here you see Stinos making his way up. Oh, and Vedran! I think Vedran just made contact with Apex. Yep, and Apex is struggling. Now back to the front of the field. Stinos. Yep, he is struggling, but it is DRS wide open for the Alpine driver. Oh, this is gonna be one crazy final lap. Will Stinos, DRS wide open. King David goes to the inside. They make contact. And King David. King David has push Steno slightly wide. Yep, will Stenos be able to make this up in this final lap? Stenos does seem determined. Red light flashing for King David. A bit of a lift for Stenos. It is DRS wide open. He is absolutely draining that battery going into this. Oh, and he is having traction issues. He's been on these tires for 21 laps. But it looks like the reserve. Oh, and Stenos, yep, just gonna have to take that second place. It is King David reserving for the Red Bull team. Finishes in first. Stenos in second. James comes to the line in third. Well done by the Alfa Romeo driver. Veloce next to the line. We're gonna have to see how the penalties play themselves out. Veloce stays in outright fourth. Looks like Vedran's gonna be. Well done by him. Yep, no, well done by the Alfa Romeo driver. And now it's Apex limping to the line. Azure doesn't have any penalties, so Azure will be jumping Apex. The question is, will Luke, as Darth Vader seems to be around, nope, Lucas stays in 8th. Azure jumps to 6th. Apex finishes in 7th. And yep, so we'll be finishing this race in 9th place, but it is the Red Bull driver of King David finishing in first, a reserve for today's race, and I believe James should be getting the driver of the day, of course. There you see it. Yep. Hamas 443 with the driver of the day as determined by the game. So I'll just go through the finishing order of this race. It is King David who finishes in first, deputizing for the Red Bull team as a reserve. Stenos finishes in second. James in third. Well done by him. Veloce finishing in fourth, up 8 positions from the start. Well done by him as well. Vedran finishes in fifth. Azure finishes in sixth. Apex in seventh. Lucas A. Germany in eighth. Darth Vader in 9th, and this will be the start of the DNF, so it's Trunders in 10th, Hamaguner in 11th, 12th is Crossfire Strikes, Monster Blue in 13th, Sad Pancake in 14th, Civi Rov in 15th, and White Sea in 16th. What did you think of that race? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Australia, it always brings a good race, and it did not fail to do that today for the Monday Limitless one.
Spectator, for the drivers, maybe not so much.
Yeah, it must have been.
That was an amazing race.
It must have been quite tense for the drivers. But well done for all the drivers who finished, the 9 drivers who finished this race. So, as it is for tomorrow, the Tuesday Limitless 2 race will be taking place at, I believe it's Austria. Yep, it is Austria, and it is the sprint format for tomorrow's race, and I will be doing commentary again. Unfortunately, Big Weir will not be assisting in the commentary box as he is currently on a vacation right now. So
How dare he?
let the man live, man. Let the man live. All right.
Commentary without his grid war.
Yeah. He brings quite a bit of entertainment when he is doing the commentary alongside myself, as well as his grid walk. Quite interesting. So there it is, everyone. That is our race for today around Australia for Monday Limitless 1. I would like to thank everyone who tuned in. If you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please do that, as it will help us out quite a bit. And as well, like this video if you have not. We'll be back on air tomorrow, the same time, 7:30 p.m. UK, for the Tuesday Limitless 2 race around Austria. And it is the sprint format. For myself, as well as my co-commentator, Liam Esk, we say farewell.